Okay, the Florida Keys. The Florida Keys are a great place to take your dogs, if you want to go down there. So many attractions, and one of the best places that I have found to research a destination and place to stay is bringfido.com. You can actually pull up on Bring Fido a search for the place to stay in the Florida Keys, pet friendly, up to 2 dogs, and a lot of them will allow large dogs. Some of them only allow small dogs, and they've got the differences there that you can check out. It's really a great source, is bringfido.com. And I've seen some rates on some of the campsites as low as $32 to $36, and some of the bigger resorts that allow a large dog in a big resort to be up in the $350 range per night. So something you want to check out there. A lot of things about the Florida Keys. I went to the Florida Keys in 2021 at the end of the COVID era with my dogs. I had a great setup for me. I stayed with a family down there. They had a rental downstairs that I got for nothing, basically. And I stayed long term. I was there 7 months. I actually had me a part-time job working at Big Pine Key RV Resort, which used to be pet friendly until Cove Properties bought them out, and then I don't think they are anymore. But there are so many down there to choose from and to take a look at. There are many things that you can do with dogs. There are a lot of paths, trails, places that you can go. Now, some of these rentals that you'll find in the bottom of some of these houses, if you want to stay long term, they can rent, they're usually a ground floor with one room, and they rent from $1,500 to $2,400 per month. Quite expensive. I actually worked, like I said, at Big Pine Key RV Resort at the time. One thing about the Keys you're going to find out is, especially in Big Pine Key, there are a lot of deer there called the key deer. It was sort of funny where I was staying. We used to have a deer that would come up every evening, and my dogs actually became friends and friendly with it right there at the door with me in between them. And they actually got to where they would nose kiss each other, the dogs and the deers. And I would feed both of them. You're not actually supposed to feed the deer there, but everybody does. But don't tell anybody. You got to feed them what's right for them. You got to feed them the right things. They actually eat stickers down there for food if they have to. It's amazing. One thing you need to watch out down there in the Keys for is, you take like this one resort or one place that I went to, a destination called the Blue Hole on, Big Pine Key down, Key Road. You go down there, and it's a great little blue hole, fresh water right in the middle of all this on an island, and that's where all the deer and everything come there to, have water. The problem is, and I'll show you a picture here, there's a gator that lives there. One thing about water and dogs is no matter where I go and I stay, if it's water and there are any threat of a alligator, I make my dogs stay clear. If I'm even fishing on the bank, I put them in a clearing to where I can see them right behind me or near me, and I can run as fast as a gator to get to them, because they will get after a dog, and that's something to be cautious about. That's just my paranoia, but that's the way I am about it. Very paranoid about my dogs and keeping them safe. One thing about the Keys, you're going to find they got some of the most beautiful, scenery down there. They've got some of the most beautiful trees. These orange trees are just magnificent, and I love those. You've got the key deer. There, any parking lot you go to, you're going to see wild roosters, chickens running around. It's part of the Keys. Sort of a great experience. You got to watch your dogs around all of that, though, because they'll want to. If you get them out in the parking lot or something like that, or they will want to chase after them, and that can lead to a car accident with the dogs. So something else to be cautious about there. But at any rate, the Florida Keys is a great place to go. There are many RV parks there, many resorts there that you can go to and check out all the fun. And check out before you go. You want to check out, bringfido.com. All right, we're going to take a break here and get off the Keys for a minute. Next, we're going to move to the second main destination I went to, which is going to be Biloxi and Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Okay, Biloxi, Mississippi. Again, Bring Fido. This is where I first became educated about Bring Fido. Found out, and I wound up staying at a place called the Edgewater Inn. It's not the Hilton, but it was a good place. It was for dogs, no doubt about it. Very, very pet friendly hotel. It does have a place out back to walk the dogs. Not very much of a place, but you just keep heading north away from the beach, and you'll run into it right by a church, I believe, in between the end of the hotel and the church. Very dog friendly hotel. It's got a pool there. It's got a decent room. And you can leave the dogs in the room unattended, which, I usually try to put them in the bathroom if I'm not gone a long time. If I'm gone a long time, I'll leave them out. I had them to be confined. But so long as you put the card on the door, they've got a dog in the room card for everybody to know that there's a dog in there. And the casino is walking distance right across the street, 600 yards, and you're at the front door of Treasure Bay Casino. Also, not far from there, and it is a drive, but it's not far. You can go down to Ocean Springs, which is a dog-friendly beach. Very rare you find a dog-friendly beach, especially in Mississippi and Alabama. But dog-friendly beach there. Great place to take the kids. And not far from there, you go on toward Alabama eastward to the Ocean Springs State Park, which is basically the Gulf Islands, seashore, National Seashore Park in Ocean Springs. It's dog-friendly trails. Not sure about the campsite. You have to double check on that one because I wasn't camping at that time. I was more or less, doing the hotel thing. There are some Airbnbs that are, available on the internet. And, always check with Bring Fido. You'll find a place that way for sure. Biloxi Beach has great beaches. The dogs are not allowed on the beaches there. And I'm not sure if I know they're not allowed on the beaches at the National Seashore Park. The lighthouse in Biloxi is another great, place to go just to check out and look at the lighthouse. It's not much of a tourist thing there. But across the street from there is a small city park that is very dog friendly. It has a little playground for kids. And it has a boardwalk that you can walk your dog around there, get them outside with you and interact. There are a few homeless people that you will run into there, that are living along the trail there. I had no problems whatsoever, and it was, actually very pleasant. So that's basically, my experience in Biloxi, Mississippi, Ocean Springs. The great food in the area. At the Edgewater Hotel, they don't want you to have boiled seafood, but if you're very careful, my dogs love it. I went and got it and had it in the room, and nobody could tell I ever had it in there. I guess it's a cleanup problem for people that are, nasty or whatever, not very careful. But at any rate, Ocean Springs is a great place to take your dog on the beach, man. And it's got a couple walking trails around there. It's very nice. So check out Biloxi if you're a person alone like me and got a couple dogs and want to go check it out. Okay, next place we're going to go to real quick is Oak Mountain State Park, the largest state park in the state of Alabama. Okay, Oak Mountain State Park, Alabama, the largest state park in Alabama. It has golf, horseback riding. One walking trail is 28 miles long, and there are dozens of trails, lakes with all kinds of activities, fishing. You can fish from the bank. You don't have to worry about gators up here. It's far enough north. You don't have to worry about that one. Steaks is another issue. But there are just tons of activities up there. I went up there in the fall, the end of October, and it was just perfect for me. This was my first camping trip with the dogs. I owned 2 RVs prior to building this custom one for me and the dogs. It's small, it's lightweight, it's cheap, it's perfect for us. The advantage to me in camping with dogs is that you're totally in control. You don't have to worry about rules and regulations. You're the one in control. As long as they're allowed, just follow the rules. It's simple. Like I said, it was getting cool, so we enjoyed campfire up there. And it was late October. The scenery was gorgeous. The trees were starting to turn. I prefer Loop A up here at the campsites. They're more private. Loop B was a little more compact, larger RVs packed side by side like sardines. And anyhow, Loop A is going to be more my speed, and that's where all the tent camping is anyway. It's and a lot of RV spaces there also. It's really nice. It has a dog park there, very clean, very neat. Playgrounds for the kids all over the place. It will not disappoint. Policy says you have to stay with your dogs, which is perfect for me. It's me and I'm alone with my dogs. The only thing is the Peavine waterfall. When I went there, there was a group ahead of me and a group behind me, and everybody had dogs. Actually, there were 2 groups ahead of me, and by the time we got halfway there to the split-off point where you could go straight down to it or take the longer trail, which was easier for people with disability. A couple was coming up with dogs, and they said it was a trickle of water, and I couldn't understand that at the time because it had rained quite a bit. So we canned it, and so did everybody else that had dogs. They just, hey, well, these people say it's not worth the trip, and we believed them. So you want to catch that during the rainy season, I guess, if you really want to see the falls. But Oak Mountain will not disappoint. Okay, that's it for me now. Until next time, goodbye and safe trips with the pups.